Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to Wednesday, March 19th spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Traci Abbott needs assistance, and Martin Laurent, also known as Alan Laurent, will have to deal with his last option. Here's what YNR fans may expect since Sharon Newman will also seek the truth. Traci will first consider Alan's suggestion to travel to Paris and look at potential wedding locations. Will Traci agree to Alan's journey there at such short notice? In Wednesday's episode, Traci will seek guidance from Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott. Traci can use that as an opportunity to share her concerns about Alan's odd conduct and tendency toward impulsivity. Jack and Diane, though, might not think there's anything to worry about. Traci might be persuaded by Diane and Jack to go to Paris with Alan and simply relish the wedding preparations. Naturally, there are causes for concern given that Martin, Alan's mentally ill twin, seems to be living and acting like his brother. Martin may be preparing this Paris escape as a last resort since his secrets, especially his involvement in the mayhem of Havenhurst incarceration, may be about to come to light. If Martin manages to get Traci out of the country, she might be in big trouble. Now that Sharon has invited Nick Newman to accompany her to Europe, he will respond at Crimson Lights. Sharon hopes that Nick will accompany her and Faith Newman on their trip so that they can all visit Noah Newman. This will result in a more thorough conversation concerning Sharon and Nick's actual situation. After Sharon acknowledges that she occasionally considers a romantic reunion, she will question whether Nick ever considers it as well. Nick will have to make a decision since Sharon will urge him to be open and honest about his feelings. Will Nick attempt to maintain a platonic relationship, or will he eventually admit that he wants more than friendship? Stay in to find out if Nick's candor will be helpful for their relationship. Sharon will be anxiously awaiting his updates. It appears like Chelsea Lawson and Adam Newman will finally allow their passion to take over across town. They will continue to forecast the optimistic path Chelsea and Adam are on since all indications lead to their getting back into bed together. According to previews for The Young and the Restless, Adam and Chelsea's future appears promising right now, but new challenges should eventually arise. Here are spoilers for Tuesday, March 18, 2025's episode of The Young and the Restless. Fans should anticipate Claire Grace Newman's jealousy to surface tomorrow. It goes without saying that Summer Newman will seize the chance. Audra Charles, meantime, is in a challenging situation. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Kyle Abbott's recuperation. You may anticipate that Summer will encounter Kyle Abbott at the coffee shop in the upcoming episode. She will, of course, inform her ex-husband that Phyllis Summers is safe following the mystery of her kidnapping. The fact that the abductor is still at large, nevertheless, could be used by Summer to hold on to Kyle. The jealousy of Claire Grace Newman. It's likely that Claire will enter the room if Kyle gives his ex a comforting embrace. The partnership is beginning to feel more like a threesome, despite Claire's best efforts to be accepting and patient. Read more, discover the events of Y&R's most recent episode. Last week, at one point, Summer interrupted Kyle's date to discuss Harrison Abbott. She had the option of sending a text message or waiting until the following morning, as there was no actual emergency. Claire excused herself so they could chat alone for a while. Claire appears to be growing frustrated, though, based on the anger in her voice and body language. It's clear that Claire is being pushed, and she may blow up at any moment. The pressure of Victor Newman. According to Tuesday, March 18 spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Victor Newman will exert some pressure on Kyle. Kyle and Claire are completely unwanted by the patriarch. The fact that Claire is an adult who can make her own decisions doesn't seem to matter. This defensive justification isn't very convincing because people don't learn anything if they aren't permitted to make mistakes. How will Kyle respond to Victor's reality check, anyway? The Young and the Restless spoilers, Claire's audacious move, 5 chilling words that transform everything for Summer, must be read. Damian Kane's real intentions. Lily Winters will also make an effort to uncover Damian Kane's true intentions. Lily Winters will have a hard time figuring out Damian Kane's across town. Lily appears somewhat enamored and fascinated by Damien, but she is also unsure if the secrets suggest that he poses a threat. We'll see. That one is still up for debate. Holden Novak again places Audra in a challenging situation. Audra appears capable of managing Holden thus far, but he seems to be becoming more assertive as the days pass. That's alarming, so pay attention. What is the plot that you are most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. To find out what happens next, keep watching the soap opera on CBS or Paramount+. Here are the spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks of The Young and the Restless. Fans can anticipate that Alan Laurent, also known as Martin Laurent, would go crazy from March 17 to March 28, 2025. Lily Winters wonders why Damien Kane does what he does. Holden Novak also takes a chance with Audra Charles. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Mental Madman spirals. Fans will witness Traci Abbott question Alan/Martin on the security alert on his phone during the week of March 17. The madman will cover, but Traci might be feeling uneasy about something. As the week goes on, Chance Chancellor should receive information on who kidnapped Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers. That might make Alan or Martin lose their mind. Later, Diane Jenkins Abbott and Jack Abbott provide Traci with legal advice. Alan/Martin may believe that Paris is the ideal getaway, even if the bride-to-be was the one who proposed it. Furthermore, Alan/Martin will probably lock Traci up, much like he did with Sharon and Phyllis, if she becomes overly nosy. Tested by Audra Charles. She gets put to the test over with Audra. Holden is implied to be trying his luck with his ex-lover. Since Audra is committed to Nate Hastings, she won't be interested in getting back in touch. Holden had hoped to meet Claire Grace Newman, but he soon discovered that she was already seeing someone else, Kyle Abbott. Therefore, Audra may give Holden a piece of her mind when he returns to her. Audra and Damien had better hope Nate doesn't cut them off in the middle of another insightful exchange. Why Damien Kane does it? She is still doubting Damien's intentions over with Lily. Nick Newman ultimately receives an invitation from Sharon. Will he consent to accompany Sharon on that trip? Summer Newman, for her part, will never stop worrying about her mother's safety. She might strut over to Kyle as a result. Claire has been sympathetic, but it's clear that she's at her breaking point. The week of March 24, 2025. According to rumors for the upcoming 2 weeks of The Young and the Restless, Chance will discover that a hardware store is close by. A specific piece of equipment used in Phyllis and Sharon's experiment is available for purchase at this hardware store. Chance is hoping to identify the kidnapper. But will Alan/Martin have already left for Paris with Traci? What is the plot that you are most excited to see? Post your ideas in the space provided for comments below. Don't forget to keep watching the CBS or Paramount+ soap opera to see what happens next. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, YNR, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, plan to travel to Europe in order to escape the recent drama. This sounds beautiful, but we think that Martin Laurent, also known as Alan Laurent, from Christopher Cousins, and Traci Abbott, played by Beth Maitland, might cross paths with their ideal vacation. Here's what YNR fans can anticipate. Europe is home to chic. Nick instructs Sharon to take their daughter Faith Newman, Raylan Castor, to visit Noah Newman, Rory Gibson, who is residing in Europe, during the week of March 17 to 21. Sharon urges him to join them since she thinks it's a terrific idea. At the same time as Alan and Traci go off, the small family of 4 is in Europe. In exchange for scouting potential locations for their impending wedding, Alan wants Traci to take a plane to Paris. Naturally, that is a ruse since Martin needs to escape his crime of kidnapping hostages. Will Martin be taken into custody? Although Martin has been feigning to be Alan's nice twin, the evidence against him is mounting. He will be taken into custody if the police discover his crazy asylum party. Traci should be with him as collateral as he must leave GC. Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, is supposed to learn about Alan via security footage and start piecing things together. He could even attempt to stop Alan and Traci from getting away, but that would be futile. Traci, Nick, Sharon, and Alan visit Europe. Will Nick and Sharon run into Traci and Alan in Paris or another city if all of the GC inhabitants wind up there? Since Alan and Traci's courtship began in Paris, he was able to foresee that the police would start looking for him there. We must admit that Sharon and Nick's potential trip to Europe is intriguing, especially since Traci and Alan might also wind up there. Is Schick in love? If it comes down to it, will Sharon and Nick be able to save Traci? We believe that Chance might inform Schick about the malicious Alan information, alerting them to the need to watch out for poor Traci. There will be Martin turmoil soon, according to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, so make sure you don't miss a second of the action. Check in to see what's going on with YNR at the moment. Make us your favorite hotspot by returning frequently for news, updates, and spoilers for The Young and the Restless. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Wednesday, March 19th, promise a whirlwind of drama, suspense, and emotional confrontations as the residents of Genoa City grapple with their tangled relationships and the lingering fallout from recent events. At the center of the chaos is Martin Laurent, who continues to masquerade as his twin brother, Alan Laurent, while secretly orchestrating a dangerous escape plan. Traci Abbott, unaware of Martin's true identity and sinister intentions, finds herself at a crossroads as she contemplates his sudden proposal to jet off to Paris to scout wedding venues. Meanwhile, Sharon Newman seeks clarity in her relationship with Nick Newman, while Adam Newman and Chelsea Lawson reignite their passion. As secrets unravel and tensions rise, the characters are forced to confront their fears, desires, and the consequences of their actions. Traci's dilemma takes center stage as she weighs Alan's impulsive suggestion to travel to Paris. The idea of exploring romantic wedding venues in the City of Light is undeniably appealing, but Traci can't shake her growing unease about Alan's erratic behavior. Seeking guidance, she turns to Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott, hoping for reassurance. However, Jack and Diane, unaware of the dark truth about Alan, encourage Traci to embrace the adventure and enjoy the wedding planning process. Their well-meaning advice only adds to Traci's internal conflict, as she struggles to reconcile her love for Alan with the nagging doubts that something isn't right. Little does she know, Martin's true motives for the Paris trip are far from romantic. With his secrets on the verge of exposure, Martin views the trip as a last-ditch effort to evade justice and protect his twisted agenda. Traci's trust in Alan could prove to be her undoing, as Martin's desperation reaches new heights. At Crimson Lights, Sharon and Nick engage in a heartfelt conversation about their future. Sharon's request for Nick to join her and Faith on a trip to Europe to visit Noah sparks a deeper discussion about the nature of their relationship. Sharon's admission that she sometimes envisions a romantic reunion with Nick lays bare her lingering feelings for him. She urges Nick to be honest about his own emotions, leaving him to grapple with the weight of her words. Will Nick confess that he, too, longs for a rekindled romance, or will he prioritize maintaining their current friendship? Sharon's vulnerability and hope for a second chance with Nick add a poignant layer to their dynamic as they navigate the complexities of love, loss, and forgiveness. Meanwhile, Adam and Chelsea's rekindled passion takes center stage as they finally succumb to their lingering attraction. Their reunion marks a turning point in their relationship as they embrace the possibility of a brighter future together. However, the road ahead is far from smooth as fresh obstacles and challenges loom on the horizon. Adam and Chelsea's renewed connection is a testament to their resilience, but the specter of past mistakes and external pressures threatens to derail their progress. As they make predictions about their future, the couple must confront the reality that their journey toward happiness will be fraught with trials and tribulations. Across town, Claire Newman's patience with Summer Newman wears thin as Summer continues to insert herself into Kyle Abbott's life. Claire's jealousy simmers beneath the surface as she witnesses Summer's attempts to rekindle her bond with Kyle. Summer's manipulation of Kyle's sympathy, using the ongoing threat of Phyllis's kidnapper as a pretext to stay close, only exacerbates the tension between the two women. Claire's frustration reaches a boiling point, setting the stage for a dramatic confrontation. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Claire's breaking point could lead to a chilling declaration as she delivers a brutal reality check to Summer: "Kyle doesn't want you anymore." These 5 cold words could shatter Summer's hopes and force her to confront the truth about her place in Kyle's life. Victor Newman's meddling adds another layer of complexity to the situation as he continues to pressure Kyle to distance himself from Claire and reunite with Summer for Harrison's sake. Victor's manipulative tactics and his disregard for Claire's autonomy highlight the power struggles that define his relationships. Kyle, caught between his loyalty to Victor and his growing affection for Claire, must navigate a precarious balancing act. The tension between the characters underscores the show's exploration of family dynamics, loyalty, and the lengths to which people will go to protect their loved ones. As the drama unfolds, Chance Chancellor's investigation into the kidnapping takes a significant turn. The discovery of a remote-controlled device at the clinic and the subsequent revelation that Alan purchased the equipment at a nearby hardware store bring Chance closer to uncovering the truth. The security footage and potential paper trail provide crucial leads, but the implications of Alan's involvement are deeply unsettling. Chance's growing suspicion that Alan may actually be Martin Laurent, assuming his twin brother's identity, adds a chilling dimension to the investigation. The possibility that Martin orchestrated the kidnapping as part of a twisted psychological experiment raises questions about his motives and his true intentions toward Traci. As Chance pieces together the evidence, the urgency to protect Traci becomes paramount. The revelation that Alan plans to take Traci to Paris to explore wedding venues heightens the stakes, as Chance races against time to prevent a potential tragedy. The tension builds as Chance's investigation intersects with the personal lives of the characters, creating a sense of impending crisis. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Chance's efforts to uncover the truth will lead to dramatic confrontations and life-altering decisions.